Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Yo, 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 it's your boy Mike Ganji Bex. Yeah, I'm here to talk about this game again, people. I'm here to talk. I don't know if you can see it properly. Camera's a bit blurry, but sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, I'm here to talk about PES 2011. Last week I did a review on PES 2011, and I want to talk more about the game. I want to talk more about like what makes it a fantastic game, man. Really, like I've been banging out the game, playing it for over a week, and right now I think I'm in the right set to give you like part two of the review. Um, what I want to talk about first and foremost is I want to talk. I can't go on without talking about the penalties. Now I'm looking for a lot of you guys' opinions, but to me I think the penalties are a bit half and half. The reason why I think the penalties are a bit half and half is because basically there's sometimes when you can take penalties and then like basically you could like use the analog to kind of control where it goes, but sometimes it kind of goes in the center no matter where you kind of place the ball, which is kind of annoying sometimes because I just had a match with Wigan. I've got a Master League with Newcastle. I want to talk about that in a bit, but I think the penalties need work. And for Pez, apparently, like John Murphy, I've gone all over the net. I've looked at John Murphy's Twitter, and apparently he said for Pez 2012, which is some way off, he said basically he'll make they want to make Konami want to make penalties a big part of Pez 2012, which I think is a good thing, isn't it? Because the penalties do need work on, but the other parts of the gameplay are fantastic. I talk about the animations. I said the animations were good. Well, they're even better than what I said about last time. The reason why I think the animations, a lot of people out there will say FIFA's animations are better, but I disagree, seriously, because I think PES 2011's animations is fantastic. If you remember in PES 2010, where you couldn't really quite get the jostling system right, because basically you just have one player's arm out, just stretching, that's no more in PES 2011. In PES 2011, you get a clear sense of who is physically stronger, who can get on the ball, the position that you position the player in to get onto the ball. The tackling is fantastic, it's immediate. When you press, you press the X button on the Xbox 360, then you get you get a nice tackle in, and that's really nice. You know what I mean? You press, the red button. I don't even know what the buttons are called, but yeah, it's really satisfying. Another thing I want to talk about, people, is the AI. A lot of speculation over the internet talking about the AI, saying that the AI is bad. And I've seen a lot of reviews from a lot of people and they talk about the AI isn't really up to par. But hold on a second. People need to understand that you're playing. When I see a lot of these reviews like GameSpot and a lot of player and all of those reviews, those video reviews on YouTube. Hold on a second. You're playing the game on amateur. I can't take nobody seriously if you play the game on amateur. I play the game on top player, yeah? I play the game on professional, and trust me, and on top player you get a much different experience from when you play the game on amateur. When you play the game on amateur, it's for kids. Like basically you get square on goal, yeah, with your attacking player, and the goalkeeper will just stand there on the line, which gives you all the opportunity to place the ball wherever you want to. On top player, when you play what I like about the AI on top player is that they bring it they bring it to you. If you play against Liverpool, they bring the game to you. You see Steven Gerrard, they're not afraid to kind of do skills. They're not afraid to go past you and get at you. Fernando Torres will be powering his way forward and trying to get like a nice shot on goal or use some skills. That quite will be opportunistic and score goals in the box if he has to. I like the experience on top player because on top player you get the top experience of professional footballers. Any player you play with Real Madrid, and I played against Real Madrid in the exhibition match, and I see players like Kaká getting forward and kind of playmaking. That's what I love about the Pro Evolution Soccer. The playmaking aspect is fantastic. If you get a player like Ronaldinho, or you have a player like Robinho, or a highly skilled player, or not even just that, a player who's known to be a playmaker within his team, you see him bring the best tricks out and see him pass the ball with nice position. And I like the animations where basically when you see like a player being tussled off the ball, you kind of see him losing control, but you see him still have control of the ball. If you know what I mean, it's a nice animation. A lot of you guys may have seen it. That like you barge the player off the ball, and you see him kind of like still having control of the ball, but getting kind of barged off the ball, and it's like a really nice touch. It's like what Zidane used to do, and all those like great players. But it's really nice, to see the animations. Konami bring the animations to a deeper impact to the game. Another thing that I want to talk about, people, that I want to get into is I'm convinced, yeah, I'm absolutely convinced. I can look in the camera, I can look in your face, and I can say to people, yeah, I'm absolutely convinced, yeah, Konami aren't trying to, they're not trying to compete with EA when it comes to licenses, because what Konami are trying to do and what they're doing is basically they are trying to get licenses to characteristics of individuals, which EA aren't, or they're not doing very well. If you play with Everton, they're not a licensed team in the game, but you see their players and you feel that they're licensed. You look at players like Billy Dinov, he's got a present face. You look at Lescott, he's got a present face. You look at Yukubu, he's got a present face. You look at Pina, he's got a present face. And when you play with those players, you kind of see what they bring. Like, Pina will be getting in the box and trying to do his little weaving. Yukubu will be like a strong guy and hold up the ball and cause a nuisance. That's what I think is the future of football games and sports games in general. I played NBA 11, and basically I like the way when you play the game you feel like the player. But Konami did that first, if you know what I mean. And I think in PES 2012, even PES 2011, when I play this game, yeah, I get a nice sense of feeling, yeah, that like, I feel like the teams that I'm controlling, even though they're not licensed, they still feel kind of licensed. Um, Also, as well, I want to talk about Corinthians. I want to talk about Big Ronaldo, R9. I like the fact that Konami have licensed him, and the fact that when he gets on the ball, he feels like Ronaldo, just like Ronaldo. I can get the ball, and you see his physicality. He's a big dude, and he can do a bit of skill, and I really like that in the game. That's what make a lot of things about PES 2011, the Master League as well. A good thing about the Master League is that in the Master League, yeah, when you buy a player for like 4 million or something like that, let's just say like you buy a player, the reason why they're cheap is so that they can get more expensive as time goes on. If a player doesn't, like Adriano, I bought him for like 6 million in my Newcastle season, but it was kind of mad because I had to sell Diego Milito and I had to sell Montari as well because I had to keep up with payments. They've made a lot of under the hood improvements for PES 2011, and I like that for the Master League because they could have just left the Master League, but they didn't. They made a lot of under the hood improvements. Another thing I like about it as well is that you can see players. The detail of the players are just absolutely fantastic. Also, as well, like I like the Copa Libertadores. I like the fact that Konami have licensed all the teams. I like the fact that they've made a lot of adjustments in the gameplay itself because it feels that South American feel of football. But like I feel that they missed the trick because they could have put the Copa Libertadores, not the Libertadores, but they could have made like a one-off cup match where the winners of the Copa Libertadores face the winners of the Champions League / Super Cup, which would be a very nice touch. But they could do that next year, but I really feel they should have done that in this year. The Europa League, another thing as well. They should have done that in as well in the main, like playing as a separate competition. A thing that I think they should have done about the Master League is that I think here that what they should have done is as time goes on and you like produce a good team, then you get offers from other clubs to be manager of their team, and you can see the players that they have and work around their players, and make chop and changes for what you need to do. That's what I like about that's what I would like them to do for the next game. They could have done that this year, but there's always next year, like they say. There's not really a lot of things, I'm really like PES 2011. I think it's a great game, and I hope those of you guys who have the game are enjoying it like I'm enjoying it, you know what I mean? But the physicality really brings the game to life, and I like the fact that, the commentary is a bit half and half, because sometimes they have used a lot of recycled things, but at the same time they've added a lot of new content in. Like if you play with certain teams, they talk about the heritage of the team. Like I was playing against Juventus in my Europa League semi-final. I'm Newcastle, and basically Adriano scored a nice header, and they got Cazoras, the Spanish player from Villarreal, and he scored a nice penalty. But yeah, I like the fact that they're making the game they made the game much better, and definitely I stick by my 9.3 out of 10 because it's a great game. But anyway, you guys, thanks, and I'm looking forward for your comments. Part 2 of the review. That's it. I might do a little snub probably next week or something like that. But keep it safe. Remember, not too much crow, yeah? Alright then, man. Keep it safe, yeah? And don't watch too much X Factor. Alright then. Yeah, man. I'm speaking of X Factor, by the way, don't, at the end of the day, like, I think it's good that, that Diva Fever, they got eliminated, allow that thing in it. But, yeah. But anyway, hold tight, and until next time. Yeah!